Okay, so in Module 310, what I want to do now is show you how you can multiply some binomials and some trinomials in your head. They're shortcuts. Again, the foolproof method to multiply is always doing vertically, just like third grade. But if you're quick and you want to do multiplication in your head of more complex polynomials, you can. The first shortcut's going to have to do with a new vocabulary word. And our new word for the day is conjugate. Say it with me, conjugate. And you're going to hear that word throughout algebra. Now, the word conjugate gets always confused with the word additive inverse we've already discussed. So let's make sure we understand the difference. So if we recall, if I say the number 3, we all know the additive inverse of 3 is negative 3, because additive inverse means to add the opposite. Now we're going to talk about the word conjugate. And the first thing you need to know about this word is you cannot talk about the word conjugate with a monomial. You cannot talk about the word conjugate with a trinomial. The only time we use the word conjugate is with a binomial. And we all know a binomial has how many terms? That's right, 2. So we have to be careful with this word, that we only talk about the word conjugate with a binomial. The definition says a conjugate is when you take a binomial and you change the symbol in the middle. You make only the symbol in the middle the opposite. And that's important because it's not saying you take the binomial and you change both terms. You just change that symbol, that sign in the middle. So if you look at your notes, I have a binomial, x plus 5. Okay, everybody see that? There's 2 terms. I can ask you if that's a binomial, it's conjugate. The conjugate means to change the sign in the middle to the opposite. So if I write x plus 5, the opposite of addition is subtraction. So I'm still going to write the term x, I'm going to still write the term 5, but I'm going to change that middle symbol now to subtraction. So the conjugate of x plus 5 obviously is x minus 5. Now here's the problem. You think you've just made the opposite, the additive inverse, and you're wrong. You did not. Because if we go back to our previous lesson, if I give you the binomial x plus 5 and I ask for the additive inverse, I'm asking you for the opposite of both terms, not just the middle. And we all know the opposite of x would be negative x. And the opposite of 5 would be negative 5. So the additive inverse of x plus 5 would be negative x minus 5. And if you look closely, the additive inverse, negative x minus 5, is not the same thing as writing the conjugate x minus 5. So that's the important part you need to understand. Conjugate means make the middle symbol of the binomial the opposite. Additive inverse means make everybody, every term, the opposite. So I'll see you in the next video where we practice this vocabulary word.